Thank you for joining us once again. We're here to recap today's day trading on the S&P E-mini. Today is Tuesday, February 14th, 2012, and this is today's Mentor Mike market movie. Let's get started. We're moving the data feed up to 30 times normal speed. Okay, we may have a long trade opportunity here. The parabolic has changed to bullish, and it looks like we have a red, white, and blue bullish alignment. Our MACD has a bullish alignment. The stochastic is rising, and we've got a similar setup over on the 5-minute side, although the MACD is a little on the weak side. It's actually kind of heading towards a potential crossover to the downside, but let's see what happens. We'll go ahead and take the long trade and start up. Things are wavering a bit. Okay, it looks like we've barked up the wrong tree and we got off onto a bad start, so we've got a bearish crossover now on both MACDs and stochastics, and the white moving average has crossed the red. So we're going to do a reversal here and take our 350 loss, and we'll see how we fare on the reverse side. All right, let's start up again. And while we're waiting for that, we'll go ahead and mark our losing trade here. I think during the real-time trading, I wasn't up that early, and when I got here, it was just in time for the short trade. So I probably missed getting suckered into that long trade by sleeping in a little bit. All right, we're now in a short trade here. Are we going to hit that second target or get stopped out? We hit the target. So we've recouped a good portion of our first disastrous trade there. We're now down only 137. We should make that up later. And we'll go ahead and mark our second trade from about there to there. Okay, we're taking off to the upside, and then promptly turned around and sold off. So looks to me like we've got a triple alignment all the way across and on both sides. So let's go short once again and turn the feed back on. Hit the first target, but didn't move the stop. There we did. Okay, hit the second target. And now we're actually in the black by 75 bucks. So we recouped our loss and we're a little bit ahead now. And that's about where that arrow needs to be. Looks like we might have another opportunity. We took out that low, and we never really got a crossover on this MACD, and both the Stokes are heading lower. So let's give it another shot on the short side and see if we can pick up a few more points. We're using a fairly close initial target, so hopefully we'll at least hit that. And of course, immediately the market goes the other way. Look at that MACD on the 5-minute side, though, how bearish it is. This thing could be giving us a little corrective bounce of some sort before it sells off again. Or not. As long as that white moving average is south of the red, we're a lot more bearish than we are bullish. Well, it's now north of the red, but look at the way our indicators are bending over here. Notice that the 5-minute MACD never really came close to a crossover. That's hard to do, I realize, but you got to put your faith in your indicators. This little blip here on the white oscillator line on the 5-minute MACD was all there was. Okay, we're stopped out now. Let's pause it and actually let's keep it running here. We need to shorten up the size of this video. I'll go ahead and draw the arrow while we're running. Let's see, we actually started this further back, didn't we? Where did we get in? We got in over here. And took it to about there. All right, are we going to get another short opportunity? This doesn't look too good here yet, so let's keep running for a little bit. get a little closer to a crossover before we go south. And sure enough, look at how it's consolidating there. Starting to hook now. And we've got almost a crossover here. We can see a bend on the white oscillator line, or excuse me, signal line. And we do have a bearish hook here and over here as well. Plus, you can see we've still got the bearish MACD on the 5 minutes. So let's go ahead. We'll go short, back up, and turn it back on. Yep, there we go. Okay, stopped out. Well, we're about 275 to the good now. Took us a while to recoup, but again, you do 275 every day and you're making about an extra 50K a year. All right, now we're getting close to more of a real crossover. Look at the 5 minute MACD now and you'll see we got something that looks a lot more bullish than what anything we've had so far. Okay, now this is a little dicey. We've got things kind of drooping over here. The red is still kind of heading downward. So what I can see occurring is the red's going to keep on coming. It's going to flatten out at some point and turn up. That's what I'm betting. So we can go long now, but we may have to sweat for a bit. Let's just see what happens. Okay. Not as bad as I thought. Oh, hit both targets once again. So we got in about there. Stopped out, not stopped out, but finished hitting targets about there. Picked up another couple $100. It'd be a little tricky to try to get long again, given the fact that we've got this resistance in the form of this downsloping long-term moving average right over our heads. We've got a bearish crossover on the 1 minute MACD right now. Still bullish on the 5 minute side. Let's see what happens. Looks like it wants to turn around and go higher. Maybe not. All right, I've stopped it here because the white looks like it's definitely past the red here. And of course, we're bearish on this MACD, but look over here. We're still quite some distance away from a crossover here. And this is heading up right now, so I wouldn't be inclined to go short until this thing at least turns around. So let's get back on the horse and see what happens. Yeah. And we're just kind of drifting down without any real strength there. And now we're kind of heading back up again. Look at the MACD on the 5-minute side. It's actually got a little bit of a bullish hook on it. And now we flipped the parabolic to bullish again. Oh, now we're starting to look a little more bullish. We've actually got a crossover on our 1-minute MACD. But it's really more of a consolidation at this point. Now we're bearish again. Okay, when we have that much of a drop, this thing wants to go south. The 5-minute MACD is almost ready to hook. The stochastic is straightened out bearishly. Everything's bearish on the 1-minute side. I think we better short this thing. And let's see where it goes. We hit the target without moving the stop. So I'm going to bring it down manually to the parabolic. Here we would have moved the stop now. Going to hit that target. Well, we would have been stopped out there when the parabolic flipped, so I closed that trade manually. And been a little remiss in drawing my arrows here. There we go. Whoa, look at this now. And look at the 5-minute MACD. We're getting mighty close to a crossover here. And the white moving average is getting pretty close to the red on the 1-minute side. Flip the parabolic. But I must confess, I think I remember this part from the actual trading today. It was right at this point that I got long, and this was the losing trade that we had during real-time trading. What happens here is it looks like we have a bullish red, white, and blue, and like this thing wants to take off and go higher. We've got a little bit of a crossover on the 5-minute MACD. The stochastic looks kind of bullish. Everything looks bullish over here. But this thing peters out. It doesn't go very high, and then this thing turns around and sells off. But I'll tell you what, in keeping with reality, I took this trade on the long side for real. So let's go ahead and do it again, even though I can guarantee it's going to be a loser. But maybe we can stop it in time and reverse. Yeah, almost got up to the... oh, okay, I'm going to stop it at that point when the parabolic flipped. I actually let it go a little further and then reversed. We're down by 100 on this trade. I think I lost a little bit more. I lost close to 300 during the day. But this happens sometimes. We had the red, white, and blue, and it looked like it wanted to take off for all the world, but just no such luck. And so I'm going to mark our losing trade, and we're going to reverse. I'm reversing a little bit quicker than I did earlier today, as I say, but you'll see that it'll pay off here. I think I reversed when the current low was taken out. You can see we've got several price bars with the same low, and that was right there where I got in and reversed. But we did hit both targets, so we're back to 675 after 2 losses. Not too bad. And we're a little past 11:30 Pacific time here on the clock. I think we've got a few more trades to go. Okay. We're getting close to a crossover on the 5-minute MACD. Our 5-minute stochastic is about ready to break above its 50% level, and there goes our white moving average breaking above the red. This thing is going to need a little bit of a turnaround. And I think we'll get it. I don't think this thing sells off again, or maybe it does. Hang on. I was expecting this to bottom out and go higher, much like I was expecting this to do the same, but I don't think it's going to do that. We're just about in a crossover here, and you can see on the 5-minute side, these things are starting to curve around again. Well, there's enough of a bend here that I think we're going to go ahead and short this thing, because this is too much of a drop already for this to be any kind of pullback. I think this is going to be part of a bearish impulse pattern that we're still completing here. So let's short it and see what happens. Yeah, sure enough. We were just about one candlestick away from this crossover here, but the fact that the 5-minute side was looking pretty bearish is what convinced me. Okay, now we're looking kind of bullish here. And look over on the 5-minute side here, and I've stopped it. We've got a crossover here. Both oscillators looking bullish. Over here, we have got the gold peeking above the red over here. Now, we did get faked out once before over here, but this looks a little stronger. And I got a feeling about this one. Let's go ahead and get long, and let's see what happens. Oh yeah. Okay. And we're now almost to 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So that was definitely our last trade of the day. And we got in just as we were below here, and the white was ready to cross the red. So there we are. And we can go ahead and open this up, and let's compress this so that we can see all the trades that we took today. Are we still moving? Yeah, we still haven't quite ended the day. But let's see, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 good ones and 2 losers. And what was our final tally? $1,100. Not bad. Well, see you next time, folks.